Hello, my precious wandering souls. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. This might be the last episode of this game. So, we cross-examined Gant for a little while, but the guy was like, "No, I'm the chief of police, so I don't have to respond to you," and he left. So now we are going to cross-examine Lana, and hopefully we'll get something from her. So let us begin, okay? Okay, let's go. So February 21st, 2:21 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 9. Now then, will the defendant, Miss Lana Sky, please take the stand? Miss Lana Sky, you are the chief prosecutor. I'm sure you're aware of what is required of you. But Mr. Edgeworth, you already know everything. You know all that I've done these past 2 years. Please provide the court with your testimony, Miss Sky. And remember, you are under oath. We want to hear the truth. Of course, the truth. Lana, no matter what happens, I'll always be your sister. Now then, your testimony, if you will. First, tell us about your relationship with Chief Gant. Everything hinges on your testimony. We're doomed. You're the only chance we have to get Gant. We're doomed. Alright, Gant and the fabrication. I work alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motivation was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. Are you sure about this testimony? Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure. But Lana... If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this. That's what I've been telling you from the beginning. Please, Mr. Wright, you've got to help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me. But what if she's telling the truth? I guess I should... I think I know where to press, but... She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks stiffly like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony. Yeah, this is no time to start second-guessing myself. Okay, the defense may now begin its cross-examination. Okay. I think I know where to press. I think here. Hold it. You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken Prosecutor Award knife was stuck in the victim's body. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall would have been killed by Dark? something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Dark was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle. That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies. All just to protect me. So, when you found the scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to. Yes. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body. Hold it? You planted the tip of Dark's knife and then you moved the body! But why? Why would you do that? You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders. My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of the others. Why did you plant the knife? Why did you move the body? Why did you move the body? When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deduced it was. By Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple. Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason this guy moved the body. The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan. The pieces of... Should I? Should I just present it? I'll try. Oh, it worked. Okay. Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister. You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered. If the truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction in my testimony? You testify, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the events threatened my plan." That's right. Do you have a problem with that? Yes. It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must not yet have been broken before he died. Exactly. Ah! He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar. Uh-huh. Order! Order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We might be missing something critical here. Something critical? Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're headed. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth. Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony. Okay, jar and message in blood. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar. But it was dark in the room and I didn't have time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. you sure? All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered. Oh, I think I know what to press or what to present. I don't know if I should present or just... I don't know. You were the one who wiped away the message in blood. I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time. She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence. Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination. I think I'll try to just present the jar when she says that she got them all, because we know she didn't. We save. I'm sure I got them all. No, you didn't. No, because we found, and it says here, final fragment found in Chief Gant's safe. Oh, okay. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it. But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them. Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece? I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective. That might well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Huh, can you believe that? I didn't know Mr. Judge used dentures. I thought, oh my god, he might be older than I thought. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken. Oh, that? There's no way a name could have been written on a shatter jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness. I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant. At the time, he was looking for Dark downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first, why would he break the jar? The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years? Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that? No! Judge Breakdown! Wait, I'm not the one on trial here. Damon Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. He proceeded to break the jar and purposefully hit one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called? Fabrication of evidence. But why would Chief Gant do that? In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear? What happened afterwards? Discovering the scene, Lana Sky believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her this aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Dark. Sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Sky became the chief's puppet. No, I did it on my own. Was that blood? Did you bite so hard that you drew blood? Please, sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake. No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Actually, I agree with that. I don't think Emma killed anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients. Huh. Mighty words from someone who admitted to falsifying evidence. Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth. Wow, okay. Wait a minute. What if... we're still smack dab in the middle of a gun strap? Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Lana may be right after all. What do you mean, Wright? So you do tell false lies then, Mr. Wright? Miss Sky, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie. But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall. Miss Sky, if you will. I can't. There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth. Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw. Aha! Alright, the witness may testify once more, for the final time. Actual crime scene. Okay. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to that murder. I had Chief Gunn help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent. Unbelievable. The body was impaled on the armor sword? You were the only one who saw that. If only you had proof. Actually, I do have proof. I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. Huh? Wait. You gave me this cute little thing, like with a ducky, but what's the... What? To me? It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that. Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright, she really does have faith in you. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please present this picture. I don't remember receiving any pictures from Lana. Is it somewhere in between the pages of the book, maybe? Lana says she gave it to you this morning, right? I seem to remember getting something from her then. Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in there somewhere. She gave me this. Oh, it's so cute. I don't know, like if I should... Oh. Can I like open this thing? Oh. Oh, what? Hey, there's a picture here. Wait. 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 Where is it? Wait a second. This thing looks... Oh. Huh. Oh my. This is The actual crime scene! No other detective saw the crime scene like this. Because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. I need to check it a bit closely. I need to see it properly. Yeah. Okay, I think I know where that piece of cloth with the handprint on came from. Huh. Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest! Could that be? Yeah. The cloth we found inside Chief Gunn's safe. What's this? This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth, it had fingerprints on it. Oh, but we didn't tell Emma that those are her fingerprints. Whosever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer. What? But those fingerprints, they're yours, Emma. Why are your lips turning out purple, Mr. Wright? Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, you should be able to flush out the real murderer. Can I, check the picture, from a different angle? Is there anything else? I don't know. Oh god. Very well. The defense now begin its cross-examination. Actual crime scene. Okay. What happened? Wait. The video is. Hold on a second, alright? Okay, I am back. I have no idea what was that, but now Gandhi's here. No, I didn't continue the dialogue. There was a pause, and then Gant's team came up, and now we are looking at Gant. So, come now, Ochi. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I ever seen. Chief God, what? Now you want me to make to make me out as the bad guy too? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense. I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort. Dumbass! This must be that risk we were talking about earlier. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your now neck. So what? You think I'm worried? Sorry to disappoint you, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence. Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence? No, I don't. But someone does. Someone? So, what's your excuse, Righto? Oh, I know what you're talking about. Why have you been keeping quiet about it? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves who knocked over Neil Marshall, causing his death. Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt. Is this true, Mr. Wright? If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer. Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. And if you try to conceal anything, you will be the one appearing before the Board of Inquiries. What do I do now? I'd better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make the wrong decision. Should I present that piece of evidence? The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? Show evidence? Cannot show evidence. I don't... If I show it, like Phineas just said, Emma will be pinned as the murderer. But if I show evidence, if I show evidence, she'll be treated as the murderer. But if I cannot, then I'm in trouble. No, Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. What? You lie! Chief Gant? You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside. The conclusive evidence. I don't know what you're talking about. Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together. Shh, Emma. Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it. What are you talking about, Chief Gant? Can't you figure it out? Take a good look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about this chest area? It looks like part of his been cut out for some reason. You mean you had this in your safe? What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence. This is going to be the biggest scandal in the story of the police department. I don't know if I did the right thing. Impressive. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, Wright. Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. I'll tell you what really happened. What? You mean you admit to it? I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day. It then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana. So you really were manipulating her? I knew Lana. If I made it look like they're blaming me with their sister, that when she saw the scene, she could ask me for my aid. So you assisted Miss Sky. I told her to arrange all the evidence. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room. And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Dark convicted. When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you. 2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe? But why? For insurance, of course. Insurance? I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed. You mean you were calculating not far ahead when forging the evidence? What do you take me for? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this young fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
Objection!
But if you fabricate all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too? Ho ho ho! Some people just don't know when to quit, don't they? Do they? That's why I kept one more item for insurance. You mean that piece of cloth? Come on, Raito, cough it up already. I know you have it. What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright? So you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth to cut off the victim's vest in your safe. Yes, I admit it. I didn't want to have to do that, being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself? Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could present. Foolish move, Wright. You should have shown it then, before it was too late. It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory is mine. Should I? I mean... If I lose a little bit of the bar, that's fine. Show evidence. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. Alright then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. I said chest for some reason, vest. Oh yes! At last you finally brought it out into the open. There is a handprint on this piece of cloth. Your Honor, the prosecution regrets that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather. There must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly. You mean? It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Ho ho ho! You're as low on the optic as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it. Wright had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that? Yes. Mr. Wright, do you really know? Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they? Very well. I'll tell you. It should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. The person whose these fingerprints belong to is Emma Sky. Emma Sky? What? They're mine? I'm sorry, Emma. But why? Why didn't you tell me? Oh ho ho! You're really something, Righto? You knew this girl did it all along. And you still try to pin the murder on me. So it's true. Tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Marshall to his death. Hold it. Hold it. How could you? You monster! Miss Sky? You knew whose fingerprints were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet. What? I said this trial isn't over yet. Ha! But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too. I will see about that, bitch. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted. I'll have your badge, boy. No, I'll have your badge. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer. Before I do that, There's just one little thing I have to clear up. Oh? And what's that? Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall? What? Chief Gant, you're absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask? It was Emma Sky, wasn't it? Nope. I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction. What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about? I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves who the real killer is. But Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth? What could possibly contradict? Chief Gunn, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. I think... Oh no, it's here. Let me check. Okay. So... No, okay. I have a theory. I'm not sure... But... let's try it. And what exactly is this supposed to be? This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of this vest was cut out? Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest though. Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured. Blood poured out of his mouth. And I ask you, where's the blood in this thing? Do you guys see any blood? Nope. Not a single drop. Oh, but that piece of cloth. Wait, there's no blood on it. Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she showed the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time. No, this is nonsense. Now then, Chief Gunn, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside. He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out. If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky, picked up the unconscious prosecutor, and impaled him on the armor sword? Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue and make Lana believe her sister did it. Remember what you admitted only moments ago? That you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you proved that you were the actual murderer. Oh! It's finally all over. Objection. Now who was it? Oh. That was gross, right? Though you almost hurt me. Then why are you sweating so much? Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations. What do you mean you refute his allegations? You see, that piece of cloth is the legal evidence. Actually, hold on a second. Order, what nonsense is this? Is it, though? Is it legal? Unregistered evidence present may be relevant to the case of trial. Maybe I can use this as excuse. Order, what nonsense is this? Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a suspect. Remember, Oji? Earlier, old Wright here concealed a piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Wright? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you? Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this point in time. Ah, I get it. Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence. At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence. But that's not fair! Ho 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 ho! Did you actually think you could best me in court? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son. I'm afraid Mr. Gunn's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? True. Legal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that evidence is indeed illegal. Well, Mr. Wright? It seems, at last, the time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived. Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposefully and illegally concealed this piece of cloth? I did not. I admit, I refused to present it at one point. Aha! So the evidence is illegal.
Objection!
No, it isn't, Mr. Gant. Huh? It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't. What do you mean you couldn't? There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence. No, Oji, don't listen to these lies. He's not even a coward. You can't really believe.
Objection!
There is only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not? Very well, let us settle this once and for all. Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now. I guess I should just present this.
Take that!
This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law. What's this? I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more. What? You see, it's written right here in this book, the second rule of evidence law. Rule number 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. I found this piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department. Rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And here's the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9 incident. What? What kind of nonsense is this? You want relevancy? Just take one look at this picture and...
Objection!
Sorry, but you recall when was that picture presented? That was shown only a few moments ago. No. He's right. He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless. The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damon Gant. You yourself confessed to a certain truth. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. Oh yes! No! it was then that you approved this cloth. Oh, sorry, that sounded a bit more like gun. It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth. The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in his final moments. In other words, the real murderer, and there's only one person who that could be. Damon Gant, the killer was you. No. Oh god. I knew I should have gotten rid of him. Oh my god, that break killed my throat like. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on haunting me. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to investigate the case. He recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman. Detective Goodman? Yeah, that's right. If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you've got to help me. Aww. Goodman turned him down, as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit. He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence. Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. Then all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman? Oh, if I have to voice Goodman, what voice do I give him? Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered. He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said, "It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall." Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it, that accursed knife. I couldn't just pull it out. Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime. Even so, the blood was just pouring out. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worrying so much about the floor I didn't realize my fatal mistake. The bloody handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker. I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous. I had no business doing any of it. Then you put the body in my car? I'm sorry, I couldn't think of any other way to move the body. I broke your tongue, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will. I mean, that's kind of truth. Maybe you should get Gumshoe's salary raised a little bit. He deserves it. Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how could you get Miss Sky involved in all of this? Well, she has as much to lose as I did if the truth came out. So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker. I felt bad for having to do it, but I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take. So, you left the jar fragments and the gloves. Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer. They all did their best to get in my way. I've got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay. Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that. Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court? Me? You despise criminals. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. Oh, don't you... Shut up, asshole. Don't try to get too edgy. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it all alone. All alone, sorry. Don't let it get to you, Edgy. Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye. Oh, Edgy? What? Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend. I'm sorry too, Demon Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator and an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person. Those days are gone now, Achi. Thanks for all the memories, though. Old man Yaoi! Don't worry, you'll be fine. No, you have Wright here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong. In fact, I can hear them already. The melodious sounds of a new beginning. There are two things I want you to understand. Yes. First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Demon God betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Kai? You no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today. So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered. I'm sorry, Miss Kai. I couldn't get you out of all your trouble. My, what high standards you have for a rookie. I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows, a few years from now, you just might make it to the top. Aww, cute! I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Miss Kai, and to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few years. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. It was nothing. Oh, the unnecessary feelings are back, I see. Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth. Stop it. I only did my job. This poor guy is so emotionally impaired. In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky? Yes, Your Honor? You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the Farkis you still act as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date. Yes, I understand, Your Honor. Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling? It's been a long time, Your Honor. That's so cute. Oh, a long time since I felt free of these heavy chains. Aww. Well, this trial has gone on for far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds the defendant, Miss Lara Sky. Oh, here we go. not guilty! Yay! Confetti! That is all. This court is adjourned. We did it! Now the sisters can be happy again! February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2! At long last, it's finally over. Why do you look so sad? Emma? Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook. But at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit. No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended. I can see why Mia Fate thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well. Aww. You know, I did my best too. But Lana didn't say a single word to me. She probably wants to do it in private, like, I don't know. Like, you're the closest person to her, so maybe she would just want to do it on private. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, Paul. God damn it, come you! Oh, I guess I am. I'll come back later. Oh god. How many times? Like 3 times, right? The guy just has really bad timing. Wait, Detective Goshu, what is it? You're doing this on purpose, aren't you? Making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Hey, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding. Oh, are you here because of my sister again? Nope, not this time. I came today because of you, pal. Me? That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone. Lana! Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know? Well, I won't tell if you won't. Deal? Emma, I owe you an apology. It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it. That day, 2 years ago, was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess. Sis! I asked God to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake. But now, I realize I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself. But I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew. But sis, you were only doing it for me. No. Huh? I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you. Sis. I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry. But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now. You're happy? Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have. Oh, Emma, Emma! Oh. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is try to make up for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find a way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. At least, that's what I felt watching the two sisters make up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe.
They?
Thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here. You're such an emotional mess, dude. Where was he hiding? I just came to say, congratulations. Oh hey, character development. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Right, well, I'll be going now. This guy. Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened. We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you. It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say. I realized today that I can't correct my mistakes. Mr. Edgeworth! Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. Oh, what he said really got to him, huh? You the spice criminals, I can feel it. You and me were the same. One day you'll understand. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it all alone. I made the same mistake. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now. But Edgeworth, who knows? Given enough time, I may have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor. Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damon Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma. Bringing more karma up like... We're both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake. You said, in order to fight crime on my own, I need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone. You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Yeah. What is this, a pop quiz? Come on, Mr. Wright. Show him what Lana's talking about. Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edgeworth nor I would have been able to find on our own. My attorney's badge? No, not the literal attorney's badge, like the tool or something like that, right? Is that what she meant?
Take that!
That might mean something to you, but I don't see how it had anything to do with our partnership. Huh? Mr. Wright, it seems you still have a lot to learn as well. I guess that wasn't the right piece of evidence. I messed up! It's time for me to go. Mr. Edgeworth! If you'll excuse me. What should I have presented then? If it wasn't the attorney's badge, like, I know, like, not, I don't mean like literally the badge, but like the truth. You know, like our jobs are as defense attorney and prosecutor is like to find the truth. I thought it would be something like that, but I guess not. There are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor. Ah, I messed up. Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you. I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, Wright. But what if what I face now is my problem? Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court. Oh, guys, stop flirting. Stop flirting. Like, the unnecessary feelings. Farewell. I'd better be going too. Okay, but I'll be back to visit soon. It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you. I can't read what it says. Scientific investigation! It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well. Thanks, sis! I will! Aww. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Oh, that's so cute. Faith that their lives have only just begun. So, I mean, I guess Lana is going to jail because of the whole forgery thing and all. But at least she's not getting the death penalty like everyone else who gets declared guilty, right? So, here's hoping that she'll be released in the future and she and Emma can finally have a happy life. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself.
Well, don't go trekking off your jet, pal.
Huh? What is it, detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she isn't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, it might be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Oh god. Huh?
Basically, I had to drive a car in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh? Way to go, detective! I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, haha. You see, Mr. Wright here's the one who'll be footing the bill.
What? Why? Huh?
What? You think I could afford this deal with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal.
Huh? Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best. Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Objection!
I love this game. Except the whole Blue Badger thing. That was horrible. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. Wow. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Oh, that would be cool. I hate the Blue Badger with all my heart. Yeah, they remind me a lot of Maya and Mia.
Yikes, I thought it was the golden for a moment there. In the end though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief police office. If we penalize you anymore, it'll be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily.
This guy's amazing. Gumshoe is such a sweet guy. He loves his friends so much. He's so loyal. Like to Edgeworth and then to Wright. So cute. Oh god.
My new mission is to guard the main entrance and take care of Billy. Can you believe it? I've been demoted to the security guard. My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today. It'll show them though. Someday I'm going to make detective. Yes, sir. Then I could be just like that thick Gumshoe.
Gumshoe's a senpai now, I guess. God, doing Mickey's voice like without any warming up. Oh god. Oh, this thing, I hate it. I hate you with all my soul. But yeah, collapse and never get back again. Oh god. I hate that thing. I hate that thing. So yeah. I love this game. Oh, Marshall! What is it? Can't you see I'm having me a showdown with a steak lunch, partner? Miss Star managed to sneak this in for me. She's seeing one of the guards, it seems. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. You even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? Oh, Billy's a Billy's a cactus. I see. Oh, looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu, the Wright Whale lunch. The top layer tastes a bit bitter as defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kid seems to dig the turnabout team. It's a hot seller on exam time. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. I like Miss Star too. Like her bias against Prosecutor is a bit annoying, but like makes sense considering like everything that happened to her. But I like her. I'll never forget what the young defense lawyer said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Left? Anyway, he said he's been doing something for the order for how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be... Huh? Oh no, I forgot my cable. Sorry, gotta go. Ah, Mr. Judge. This game wouldn't be the same without the judge as well. Like, the judge makes things way more funny. Like, the whole him being a bit slow on like realizing things. But like, he's so cute. Oh, Maya! Ah, nothing so like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objection. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium. Mystic Maya, afternoon training is about to begin. Coming! Well, see you around, Nick. I know who that little Mystic Maya voice is. But that's a spoiler. So I'm not saying anything. Oh god, it's frozen, it's frozen. Oh, for a moment I freaked out there. I was like, oh my god. I like this game a lot. This is one of my favorite game series. Oh, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, Mr. Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. Huh? What's going on? What? What? Wait, what? What was that? Thanks for coming to see me off. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright.
whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
Oh, it's so cute. Oh, it's adorable. Wait, can I like... Oh, is there something on the back? Oh! Oh. Oh, that's adorable. Oh. Oh, that's so cute. I like this game. I like this game a lot. I feel like crying right now, but... Oh. Yay! Let's go! End of the game! Oh my god, what a ride. So, I hope you liked it. If you did, maybe consider liking and subscribing. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next game. For the next game, Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. So, see you guys. Bye bye.